Tonight, PTA response to teacher shortage, Niuean court march sittings dates released, and World Radio Day celebrated. Good evening and welcome to our BCN News Bulletin. I'm Mersa Takala. A special whakalofa atu to all our viewers from across the Pacific region, thanks to our partners at Pacifica TV. Leading our bulletin tonight, the president of the Niuean High School Parents Teachers Association, James Douglas, confirmed to BCN News that 8 teachers are expected to arrive over the coming months. The school term started 2 weeks ago with the school short of 11 teachers. Here's more with our senior reporter, Esther Pavihi.
James Douglas said that the PTA has met with the principals of the school, the Director of Education and also with the Minister of Education about the teacher shortage at the school. He explained why the teachers were not available to start work this term.
Our understanding and all we can go on is just information given to us by the principal, the minister, and a little bit of background also from some of the parents that are talking at the moment. Obviously there's some staff shortages. We've known about it for a while. We knew that there were going to be some teachers that were leaving at the end of last year. The recruitment process has been a little bit slow. There have been departments involved, a department involved that unfortunately weren't able to get the recruitment process through in time. Thereby, we've had these delays in getting the notices out to the teachers that were successful in the applications. We've got, from our understanding, is that those the letters of acceptance have been sent out. There are 8 teachers that have been accepted to positions in the high school. One of the main difficulties also has been accommodation. Where are we going to put these teachers? We have been told that the urgency for finding accommodation for these teachers is very high on the priority list, and that has been given to Poi Kapanga and his team to see if they can source accommodation for these teachers, and he's already got quite a few of them sorted. There have been a couple of the families that applied that are quite large, the teachers and their families that have been successful. A couple of them have large families. So obviously we're looking for a couple of houses to house those bigger families. And you say, why were they accepted? Because they were the applicants that were successful but also qualified to do the job. It's important that when hiring teachers, you make sure that they're qualified for the job.
While the principals of Niuean High School and the Director of Education were not available to speak to BCN News, the PTA, though, want to ensure that the delays in recruitment of teachers doesn't happen again.
We don't like to blame anyone. Obviously, the situation has happened. This has happened. We can't take it back. We can't turn back time. But we can learn from what's happened here going forward and ensure that it doesn't happen again. The way that the PTA is able to help in that aspect is to ensure that our voice, which is quite a big voice, we're the voice of the parents, is heard throughout all the different the different channels, the commission, the minister and her department as well, so that this doesn't happen again.
Last week at the first sitting of the Niuean Assembly, in response to questions from Common Role MP Jacobson about the situation at Niuean High School, the Minister of Education, Sonia Talangi, said that the teacher shortage is a global issue and it's also affecting schools in New Zealand. She said the options include studying via correspondence are being considered. One parent who wishes to remain anonymous told BCN News that they have already enrolled their child in online courses. In a statement, they said that they would like to see every effort made to explore all options to strengthen the education system on the island. and to recognise and appreciate the incredible value of educating our children in Niuean and accord this the utmost priority. Meanwhile, the PTA will be calling a meeting of all parents to meet with the school leaders, the Director of Education and the Minister of Education.
In the next couple of weeks, my team, the PTA and myself will be announcing that there will be a full parents meeting with the PTA, and at that meeting we are going to ask the Minister, the Principal and even the Director of Education to be present so that the parents will get an opportunity to ask these questions, these concerning questions for themselves directly to those that they feel the questions should be directed at. So to all the parents out there, it's really important that you attend this meeting that's about to happen. Please listen carefully for it. We're going to announce it on BCN and by way of social media as well. It's important that you get there. Even if your children, more so, if your children are not doing that well at school, please attend. It's really important that we get all of our kids up to a standard where they're all passing. The goal for the PTA is to get everybody to pass. That's really important. So please come support the meeting in the next week or two. The announcement's going to be out there. We look forward to seeing you all there.
Staying with education, the president of the Niuean High School PTA, James Douglas, confirmed the drop in the National Certificate of Educational Achievement, or NCEA, pass rate for 2024 from the analysis of all the students from Year 10 to Year 13. Despite repeated requests to have access to the information, the school has not been able to provide the overall analysis from 2024, unlike previous years when the school's annual NCEA performance is released a week before the school term starts.
Douglas said that he was made aware of the NCEA results during the meeting of the PTA with the school principals. He said there are a number of mitigating factors in this outcome, including the shortage of qualified teachers and student attendance.
To be honest, we spoke with the principal, and according to the principal, the results are out. Each student is able to access their own results by way of their own passwords. He did tell us that the internal review was slightly behind schedule, but for that, we just leave that to the principal and his staff. Obviously, the staff shortages may have been a contributing factor for that. Beyond that, I can't make any other comments than what he's already told us.
Using the results from previous years, the pass rate of Niuean High School has been dropping, most notably with the university entrance results. Since 2019, when BCN News started reporting the performance of Niuean High School students in the NCEA results, 2022 was the lowest pass rate for the university entrance, with only 35% passed, and the highest pass rate was in 2020 when 94% of the students attained university entrance. In 2023, 53% of the Level 1 NCEA students passed, 85% passed Level 2, and 74% passed Level 3. For 2023, only 42% passed university entrance.
The March sitting of the Niuean High Court will be held from the 17th to the 20th with visiting Judge Sarah Reeves. New Zealand-based judges visit twice a year to preside over cases before the High Court. In the first quarter of the year is the March sitting, and in the last quarter of the year is held in November. While more of the cases will be land matters, the judges will also hear criminal and civil cases. The closing date for submission for the High Court is the 20th of February next week. Should you have any questions, you can contact the Department of Justice at Fonuakula during working hours. Niuean's head of public health, Griselda Mokoia, has confirmed to BCN News that they will be running a health campaign for the National Non-Communicable Diseases STEP survey, focusing on raising awareness about the importance of people getting screened for NCDs. Trainings will be conducted for the staff in the first week of March. The last survey was done in 2011.
The Niuean Department of Health will be embarking on the implementation of the National Non-Communicable Disease Surveillance Survey. We have been planning for this survey since last year, so unfortunately due to other competing priorities within the department, we weren't able to roll out the survey. So this year we are now confirmed for the implementation in March. So on the first week of March, we will have staff training for all the health professionals who will be facilitating the survey. So as we can remember, in 2011, we had also undertaken our first Niuean National NCD STEPS survey, and that was screening everyone on the island from the age of 15 and upwards.
The health team is encouraging participation from everyone from the ages of 15 years and upwards.
So yeah, we would just like to encourage, prepare people now for the survey next month. So we'll be coming out to the villages and doing our screening. And we would also be getting technical assistance from our colleagues from the World Health Organization, as well as our colleagues from the University of New South Wales. So the colleagues from Australia would be doing their lymphatic filariasis validation. So also trying to piggyback with the steps.
Ongoing effort has surfaced once again to recognize Pacific Islanders involved in coast watching during World War II. This, according to a post by the New Zealand Defence Force. This includes 7 young Niuean men that served during this period. Here's more with Esther Pavihi.
According to a news article by PMN Niue last month, the New Zealand Defence Force post that these men worked tirelessly to safeguard and protect during the Second World War, and that the Defence Force wishes to honour their service with a special recognition. With the assistance of local historian Berfa Tongahai, the 7 Niuean men that were part of the service were Iki Tangaloa Sionipulu, 18 years of age from Hakupu, Kofe Matatupu Hasini, a twin from Alofi, 18 years old, Moli Soni Pimeleko Iafeta, 26 of Tamakautonga, Moose Langatuki, 18 of Liku, Ponaniu Fisihanga Pafalani, a pair of twins, 18 from Hikutavake, and Sione Tamasi, 21 of Tuapa, and Tulangi Kaufisi, 19 of Vaya. Since 2022, the New Zealand Defence Force has been working to identify these coast watchers and provide their families with recognition for their service during the war.
Australian High Commissioner to Niue, Olivia Punkam, has revealed to BCA News that the Commission will be bringing in an Australian-based chef in April. She says they will be working closely with the General Manager of Matavai Resort and the Australian chef to help promote native ingredients for both countries.
So over the next 3 months, we're going to expand on the work that we did in terms of the Australia Day events. We're working closely with James Shilton, the General Manager at the Matavai, as well as Andrew Fiocchi, who's based in Australia. He's an Australian-based chef, and he'll be arriving on island in April, and we'll have an event around that to really promote native ingredients in Australia as well as in Niue. And what we really want to do is look at developing a pathway for Niuean kids so that they have a talent pathway in the hospitality industry, but also working with tour operators, land operators to really be able to do a bit of storytelling around our native ingredients here in Niue and to promote that as part of tourism for Niue.
She also shared some long-term plans between the two countries.
Over the course of this year and next year, we really want to accelerate some of the work in Niue. So we're really scoping to look at projects so we can really help the Niuean community as well as the private sector and the public sector. So we do welcome those ideas, and if there's ideas that we can progress, it's not only funded through the Australian government, but we can work with regional and international organisations to bring in that funding to really help Niue benefit and to contribute to the economic growth.
Punkam will serve a 1-year term. The annual school health checks for 2025 kicked off this week with the Niue High School students on Tuesday. Niue Head of Public Health, Griselda Mokoia, said the checkups are in collaboration with the Oral Health team as well as former Health Director, Dr. Eddie Akaula, who's here as a locum helping the team.
Today, the Public Health Division, in collaboration with our colleagues from our Oral Health team, as well as our good doctor, Dr. Eddie, who's working with us at the moment on locum cover for 4 weeks. So we are also fortunate to have him come along with us to support our school health screening program, as well as our paramedic. So the school health, we implement each year, and that is looking at the overall health and well-being of students. So today we start with the Niuean High School from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday we will move to the ECE and the Niuean Primary School. So we just like to thank all of the parents who have supported our school health program thus far and signing off on the consent form for their children.
A report is expected to be presented to the school at the end of the screening month. They will also be referring students that need to be seen by specialists if need be. The team also would like to thank all the parents for their continued support for the program.
We hope to have a report at the end of the screening round and then return it to the school, and we'll also be referring students who needs to be seen by our team, the specialists, when they come. If they're required to be seen by the eye specialist or the heart specialist, whatever specialist that is being required, we will be referring our students to. So that will be the time when we will reach out to the parents to bring their children to the hospital to be seen.
The ongoing Cool Roof project that began at the end of last year has brought to the island a group of young and vibrant university students from New Zealand. We caught up with two of these young Niueans who shared more about their experience during the project. The Niuean University students from New Zealand have been called in to be part of the data collecting team. And for these students, the experience of returning home has been a chance to connect with their roots. For third-year health science student of Auckland University, Kea Hekau, his experience overall has been positive.
I'm a third-year health science student at the University of Auckland, and I guess this project is somewhat in the realm of what I'm trying to pursue, which is research and health policy. And I guess just being with around Niueans and in New Zealand in that school environment, I was just blessed with the opportunity to be a part of it, I guess, and they just asked me if I wanted to come home and help contribute to something positive.
This is his third time being part of the project, and he says he enjoyed staying on the island and was amazed at the hospitality of the people.
Actually, I think it's a really good experience, and I think it's something that I've been fortunate to be a part of, and not only Niueans like myself that live in the diaspora, but also aspiring work professionals that, you know, so not only like myself, but I mean, we've had a couple uni students. I think we've had some studying communications, biological sciences. We've had dentistry students come over, and I guess we've all been used to the holiday lifestyle, or, you know, just like the family lifestyle, but it's good to see the other side of the coin, which is, you know, the work lifestyle. And I guess it's really important if we want to attract Niueans to come back to Niue.
For Jordan, it's been a great opportunity to come back home and help out in the project, visiting village to village and interacting with the locals.
So we came from our High Commissioner in Wellington. She gave us the role to come up here and help out, but my role is as a data collector here on our field staff. So we just travel village to village and just interviewing people.
The New Zealand-born Niuean says it's been beneficial for her as she has learnt a lot from the Matuas, learning Vangahau and their stories.
It's been going good. It's been really, I find it really beneficial. I'm able to not only learn from our Matuas, but I can also pick up Vangahau. So it's kind of doing a lot of things for me as my identity, and it's enhancing me as a New Zealand-born Niuean. And I continue to learn stories and just about our Matuas and make connections, and I think that's really nice to see it for myself.
Both students feel that if you want to attract the Niuean diaspora to come back to the island, they should be shown the work aspect of what it's like and that there are avenues here to contribute to. The Cool Roof project is part of a global study on cool roof effectiveness on health, environment, and economic outcomes. The project has been carried out by an Auckland University research team led by Professor Sir Colin Tukuitonga. And finally today, February 13, is World Radio Day, commemorated around the world with this year's theme, Radio and Climate Change, a powerful tool for climate action. To mark the World Radio Day this year, BCN and the Associate Minister of Broadcasting, Honorable Essa Mona Ainu, hosted the representatives of the village councils at an event to distribute small radios for each occupied household in Niue. This distribution was made possible by the kind donations of the People's Republic of China last year. Here's more with Esther Pavihi.
Minister Ainu, a former journalist, spoke about the significance of radio in providing information and keeping our population updated on what is happening around the island. She said that radio is still the preferred source of information for many, especially the elderly. Alofi South Village Councillor Eti Pasene Miziapo said that Niue is very fortunate to get the gift of free radios for each household.
We are so fortunate to have something like this. A lot of countries, little countries, they don't have anything like this, but thankful to them for donating all these, especially for the elderly people over here. Modern technology is totally different now, and I think something like this, I don't consider myself old, but I still love the radio and listen to the notices from PCN.
Today, we salute all our hardworking and dedicated radio announcers on Radio Sunshine who show up daily. One of them is Reverend Diamond Toevihi, who said that working on radio for her is about making sure the Wangahau Niue is heard every day on national radio. She said that her fans tell her how good it is to listen to Niuean music and announcers speaking Wangahau on air.
I listen to the radio all the time because I love music, but not only that, to listen to the information. That's the only way you can know what's going on in this place, because it's a small place, but when you live far away, there's no homes around, then you need the radio, but I don't. I love music, I love what comes out of the radio.
To our staff, the announcers, the technicians and the news presenters, whakauelahi and keep up the good work to inform and entertain our listeners. Happy World Radio Day. Esther Pavihi, BCN News.
And we want to wish everyone a happy Valentine's Day celebrated on the island tomorrow. And that's our news bulletin for tonight. You can join us next Tuesday for our Wangahau News Bulletin. Until then, good evening.